What's going on, everybody? It's Buttcluck Gaming back at it again with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. I know that I haven't been uploading, but this also has been a long-awaited video to be created. Now, a lot's been going on in the past couple months. I will have a video out soon explaining what's been going on, and also I do have a surprise for all my viewers, so I hope you guys stick around to see that. But what I bring to you guys today is my Blue Eyes PRIMITE deck profile. Pretty much I've been playing testing with this. I'm also getting prepared for the Missouri Regionals that's coming up, which I will also record and make a video about how my results will be coming next month. Now, I have been play testing this though on Dueling Nexus. I've been going undefeated with this variant here, which hopefully I'll get the same results when I go to the regionals. But I'm not going to waste too much time with it. If any of you viewers are new to the channel, please feel free to go check out my other videos that I have uploaded. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So, first, we're going to start off with the monsters. It's going to be the two Blue Eyes White Dragons. Well, the Brick Eyes White Dragons. You just got to run at least two. I would say don't run more than 3 unless you play a different sort of build. Now, there's not really much to say about that. It's absolutely standard. I also play the one Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. This card is absolutely slept on. I don't know why people don't play it no more. This card has absolutely saved me from situations more times than I can count, and it's absolutely ridiculous. The fact that your opponent cannot destroy any other card on your field is pretty strong. And also, during the damage step, this card can just bounce a card from your opponent's field back to the hand or extra deck. It just depends on what you hit, but absolutely mandatory. I think people should just really go back to playing it. Now on to the tuners. Let's see here. Maiden of Whites. If you're not playing 3 of this card, I don't know what's wrong with you, but this deck's been out for a very long time. For those who do not know what this card does, it practically sets True Light from the deck or hand or graveyard to the field, which is insane for one. And then secondly, if this is either attacked or targeted by anything, it has an ability where it can special summon one Blue Eyes from the grave or a light tuner monster, which is absolutely insane. And every time when a Blue Eyes, well, once per turn, when a Blue Eyes is special summoned, you can special summon this from the graveyard. It's absolutely insane. Mandatory to run at 3. And then I'd say the second best tuner in the entire deck, your combo starter and your main searcher for your spells and traps, is Sage with Eyes of Blue. This card, if you're not running this, really, I don't know what's going on. You got some sort of problem with you. But this adds the Blue Eyes spells and traps from the deck to the hand. And it also has another ability where you can target an effect monster on your side of the field, where you can special summon one Blue Eyes monster from the deck. And the search effect is not once per turn, by the way. So practically, if you have Mausoleum of White, you can practically use the effect over and over again. Now, for the last tuner for Blue Eyes support, which is the Neo Kaiser Seahorse, this card is insane. It's a 1-card combo starter. So practically, what you can do, if you have nothing else in hand, you can normal summon this out. Once normal summon, you can link it off into a Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Now a chain link happens where you activate Spirit first, activate this for chain link 2, ditch, like, I don't know, I'd say like Maiden of White if you don't have it or anything to get to it. Send Maiden of White to the grave, and then add the Mausoleum off of Spirit, and then pretty much the combo goes on from there. But this is absolutely insane. Special summon from hand if Blue Eyes is on the field. And then on to the Primites. It is 3 Primite Barrels. This card is goated. I'd say like this is the only way to run Blue Eyes, especially for right now. The PRIMITE cards are just outstanding, and Blue Eyes having this, like able to run this, is insane. Practically you just set Lordly Load, which I'll go into, but you get to your PRIMITE stuff a lot faster, and it's a dragon. So onto the hand traps, running 3 Draw and Lockbirds. I played this in the main. I think Draw and Lockbird right now for a hand trap is the strongest hand trap in the game right now, because it stops practically every single deck, because most decks now just add cards from the deck to the hand, and it's on and off. So I'd say if you're not running this in the main, please consider doing so. I know a lot of people play it on the side, but it's, for me, honestly, it's just mandatory to run 3 draws in the main. Now on to the other hand traps. 3 Ash Blossom. There's not a lot to really say about this card. This card is mandatory for every deck. It doesn't do as much as I used to, but if you hit the right thing, it practically stops most decks out there. Now to the last of the, well, technically the last of the hand traps is 2 Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. This card is so goated, and it's absolutely cracked. It practically stops a lot of effects in the mirror match and in other decks too. I'd say like this card is good at 2, but if you have space for it, I would say probably just main 3. It's just so wild. And then the last of the monsters, the 1 Bestial Magma Hut. There's not enough like really to say about this card. It helps you add dragon monsters from the deck to the hand, and practically you just banish monsters in your opponent's graveyard, and it's a dragon, so practically that. So that was the last of the monsters. Now onto the spells. We're running 3 Wishes of Eyes of Blue. This is the main searcher practically for the Blue Eyes engine. It's absolutely cracked. Being able to add a spell or trap Blue Eyes card and a light tuner monster from the deck to the hand is too crazy to be true, really. And then the last of the Blue Eyes support for in the spells wise is Aurora the Blue-Eyed Dragons. I honestly kind of want to bump this up to 2, but I just kind of find myself like, it's kind of a hit or miss. Like if this gets negated, sure, that's fine, it doesn't really matter, but it is also a combo starter if you really think about it. Since I do run Jet Dragon, the majority of the time that I have Blue Eyes on the field, I can just resolve this effect, summon out Jet, so that Jet's on the field or in the graveyard. As long as I practically can see it, it is absolutely insane. Then of course, 1 Mausoleum White. Not really a lot to say about this card either. The fact that you can normal summon another level 1 light tuner monster is insane, and then you pitch Blue Eyes to the grave so you can see it. What else? So we also got the PRIMITE stuff. So we're running 3 PRIMITE Lordly Loads. So like I was saying about this card adds all your PRIMITE cards. Pretty much if you go into barrel, you can set this card, activate it, add your PRIMITE Drill Beam, which practically I'll show you in a second. But it also has the ability where you can special summon a normal monster from the deck, hand, or graveyard. But unfortunately, you can't activate the effect monsters for the rest of the turn. But practically once you resolve that, you're okay. You're doing just fine. Now, of course, the 2 PRIMITE Drill Beams, the best quick play spell card in the game right now. The fact that you can target any card on the field that's face up, negate it and banish it, just removing it from play, is ridiculous. And then PRIMITE Barrel being on the field, you can just set this card again, so it's a constant recycle effect. But I also think playing 2 is the correct ratio. I don't think playing 1 is correct anymore. You can honestly just bump it up to 3 and it really won't even matter. And then for the last of these, it's going to be one triple tactics talent and then one call by the grave. I don't have a holo right now. I know it's 2025. I should have a holo, but I am going to be getting me one very soon. Hopefully, probably when I go to the regional coming up next month. So, onto the traps. We're playing one True Light, at least one. I'd say probably at most two, just depending on what you're doing. But once you're resolving this effect, you're practically just fine. And then the last of the Blue Eyes support for traps is Majesty of the White Dragons. It's a non-target pop card, which is ridiculous. Just doesn't matter where Blue Eyes is, whether it's in your hand, field, or graveyard. You can just reveal them, destroy any card on your opponent's side, or any card on the field, I should say. But absolutely good to play that at 1. And then the card I'm going to get a lot of hate for, really honestly, is Dominus Purge. And the reason why I say I'm going to get hate for this is because I think this card is absolutely garbage right now, because it was doing good before the new sets were coming out, and I know Dominus cards are actually doing really good. I think Dominus Pulse does way more than this card, but I don't know. I honestly really just want to take these out and just replace it with the Nibiru cards, because it just does more, and these cards just don't do enough, unfortunately. But once you do resolve these, it does feel good, but there's just too many times where I wish I had Nibiru instead of that card. But the last of the traps is this absolutely cracked, overpowered card. It's Skill Drain. Skill Drain in Blue Eyes is so stupidly overpowered. Every time when I see this card, I just win my games. And I just love resolving this, because the games, the decks that are out are just nothing but reliant on monster effects. That is it. That is what the game has turned into, is just monster effects. But Blue Eyes is a 3000 beat stick alone. It's a vanilla monster, so you're practically just smacking your opponent in the mouth over and over. So that's the end for the main deck, which it is 40 cards in total, for those who do want to know. Now, onto the extra. I played the 2 Spirit of the Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Spirit with Eyes of Blue, I'd say mandatory to at least play 2. You could bump this up to 3. There are times where I do wish that I can run this at 3, but at the same time, I just, I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable at 2. But this special summons a Blue Eyes from your, let me see. I'm pretty sure it's from the hand, grave. Yeah, hand or grave. Yeah, you can special summon either one from the hand or grave. So that's that. And then 1 Heretic Seal. This card is very good. I just don't have a space for a second one, honestly. And I don't really go into this card that much, because I don't really need to. But when I do, I think the 1 is just perfectly fine, just to keep it as is. And then on to the Synchro Monsters. We are running 3 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragons. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, I think running 3 would be technically the perfect ratio. I know technically also you can run them at 2, but I just kind of find myself really needing a 3rd copy, because I run the Crimson package, which technically, if you're not running the Crimson package, you're okay, and you can really survive with just 2. But I do love having 3 of these cards, only because if you can synchro summon into more stuff, you're practically good. But hopefully you kill your opponent by then. And then the 1 Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, I kind of really want to take this card out as well, so that might open up a spot for Heretic Seals. But I also kind of want to play the Moonlight Dragon, the one that bounces special summon monsters. I forgot the name. I do have it. I kind of took it out and replaced it with Azure Eyes, but I think that might change very soon. But I have went into this card a couple of times, and I think it does fine once you resolve it. This was primarily for Ryziel, but there's too many outs for that deck now, and it's practically unnecessary to even run this card anymore, but it's still good on its own. And then this overpowered card, the Synchro Ancient Fairy Life Dragon. The fact that we have a way of now FTKing our opponent with Blue Eyes is insane. If you have a Blue Eyes or a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, it's game. You attack directly with 3,000, you attack 2,500, use the effect of Spirit, summon this out, put it in defense mode, and then attack your opponent in the face. It's 5,800 damage, direct damage, and it's insane. And then Light Storm Dragon, I also kind of want to take this out, but there are too many times where I do unfortunately have to go into this to destroy some spells and traps on my opponent's side of the field, just depending on the matchup. But that's enough said about that. And then, like I said, I do run the Crimson package, so I am running Crimson Dragon, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and then the Stardust Cypher Dragon. The reason why I put these together is because it's practically the main combo. You go into 2 Spirit with Eyes of Blues, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragons, summon out Ultimate, summon out Crimson, Crimson effect, target Ultimate, send it back to the extra deck, and then summon out Cypher. And this card is broken. I go into this combo practically every single time, and I just win my duels. And there's no way around this. It's because they have to deal with the negate and pop, and then an Omni negate, and it's insane. If you're not running this package, I'd heavily give it a try. And then on to the final stuff, which being the fusions. Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, and then the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I need to upgrade this in Hollow, but that will come sooner than later. So, and then to round off the last of the extra deck, we are running this Sky Crisis Typhon. Now, practically enough said about this. Once your opponent summons 2 or more extra deck monsters, you can just smack this out off of a normal summon, and then anything that has 3,000 or more attack, they can activate their effects. So it's very good, and it's also one way to really turn off the Crimson package as well. But hopefully, by the time that they even try to get that out, you have something to set up so you can just destroy Typhon. And then the 1 Nibiru token. For those who haven't seen it before, I do have this in my Trap Tricks deck profile. Best token. Not what it's based off of, but I'm just saying it's the funniest token. And then now onto the side deck. If I get this prepared here. So we're running 3 Nibirus. Like I said, I really just want to take out the purges, replace these with these, because this card is gas. Everybody runs into Nibiru, including me sometimes. Now, if you're not careful, your opponent can really punish you, but a lot of people can't play around this if they're not thinking well, but practically they just go full combo. You can smack them with this and then stops their plays. They just cry in the corner. And then I'm also going to get a lot of hate for this as well. 3 Mulcharmy Fualos. I think this card is only great for side deck and not main. It's just too many breaks. You just have to hope that you're even going to draw this card when you're going first, or second, really. It doesn't really matter. Like if you even run this in the main and you're not going second, if you end up drawing this, it's just a dead draw. There ain't nothing you can really do, because I don't know. I just really honestly think this is just better going second card realistically. So yeah, I don't really want to talk about that card that much, because it has really upset me with a lot of games, because I was running it in the main. And then 3 Mulcharmy Meowls. This is practically the same boat, but for Malice, because Malice does exist, and Malice is very annoying. And speaking of Malice, the best card to really stop Malice is 3 Artifact Lancias. Lancia being goated, stopping the complete plays of Malice. It's enough said than done. It's just practically stop your opponent from banishing. And yourself, of course. But that also brings me into this, because my extra deck really hates Malice. 2 Chaos Hunters. Practically practically that. I side all, 8 cards against Malice, and I win every time because I just resolve these effects. And then the last of the side deck is 1 Harpy's Feather Duster because back row is scary and nobody likes them. So practically that is it for the deck profile. I know I made this a lot faster than most of my decks, but I don't really show off the side deck for the other decks as well anyway. But really, I am going to be uploading pretty soon just to explain to you guys what's been going on. But also I do have a surprise for all of you, which I know most of you are going to be really excited for, only because there are a handful of you that really wanted me to do something, and I'm just finally giving it out to you guys. And so once I do upload that, please turn on the notification bell to be ready for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you are new to the channel, please go check out my other videos. Feel free to smack that subscribe button if you like what I am putting out there. Yeah, that's practically it. I'm just not going to waste too much time on this, but I hope to catch you all in the next video. Peace.